Here's the hawk. Before there was a Tiffany Outdoors, there was Tiffany the Farmer.
Follow U-turn when possible.
No, we're not U-turning.
Hi. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, Boo. What?
What's up, everybody? Got 2 orders to ship out today. I'm always excited to get a sale. Even though my eBay store is small, I don't have a high volume of sales, but any sale is profit, and I'm just doing this part-time, so any sale is a good sale. All right, first up we have some Broadheads that I sourced from Walmart. Also known as retail arbitrage. Let's see here. The very bottom. Trying to jigsaw puzzle that stuff back in there. Alright, so got these Spitfire Broadheads. Got these at Walmart for, how much did I pay for these? Got these for $7 and sold them for $23. I had them priced at $24.99, but I sent out a best offer for $23 and they sold. I'm going to ship these in a number two bubble mailer. That should be sufficient to get these to their destination safe and sound. The next item I sold is this Casio calculator, sealed and new. Anytime I see electronics that are sealed and new, I usually try and pick these up if the sold comps are worth it. The price that I paid for this was $3 at a liquidation store, and I sold it for $7. Not a huge profit margin, but still a small enough profit that I felt like this was worth picking up. And when I ship out electronics like this, I like to ship these out in a box because I want to keep them protected as much as possible. So I'll be shipping this out in a 6x6x6 box. I'm going to use the bubble wrap and wedge technique. So I take bubble wrap, wedge this in at an angle to keep it from flopping around so much. And I think what I'm going to do is put some couple pieces of styrene in here. Where are my scissors? But this styrene, if you need a smaller pieces, I recommend cutting it. Tearing it just makes it look unprofessional and gross. So I like to cut it with scissors. I'm going to shove some styrene in on both sides and then close it up. Then I'm going to reweigh this on the scale and make sure it falls within the weights that I put on there. So let's see how much it weighs. So I had to change everything about this order that I had previously had in there. For some reason I had that shipping out in a bubble mailer, and I didn't feel so great about doing that, so I did put it in a box. It costs a little bit more to ship, but I'd rather it get there in one piece without any damage and take a hit on the shipping rather than ship something to the customer and risking getting a bad mark on my account. So a little bit more for shipping. I'm totally okay with that. I'm still going to make a profit on this. So there's that. So when you're shipping out items, you have to make that choice. Do you want to take the risk, Or do you want to make sure that your item gets to the customer in one piece? That's just something that you're going to have to get a feel for as time goes on. I've only been doing this a few months at this point, so I would much rather keep a very good standing on my account with 100% positive feedback than to get a hit. So there's that. So today's topic I want to talk about is price gouging. So whenever I am doing sold comps, I'm looking on eBay for what the item's sold for. I'm looking at the highest value and I'm looking at the lowest value. And I want to pick it somewhere in between. I don't want to go over the highest value because that would be, in some people's eyes, would be considered price gouging. You guys remember at the beginning of the pandemic when Lysol was wiped out, toilet paper was wiped out? You remember the crazy prices for a can of Lysol was on Amazon and eBay? It was like 25, 50 bucks for a single can of Lysol. And eventually what both of those companies did was they did step in and took those listings down to protect the buyers from price gouging. So I was trying to list these little emoji antibacterial wipes the other day, and then these must have been part of that. So when I tried to list them, it said this item was subject to price gouging and all this other stuff. It had a whole bunch of language on it, not bad language, but just things about price gouging. So at that moment I decided not to list these. I was going to list, I have 4 of them. I was going to list them, but I decided not to because of the price gouging issues that people were having. So guys, when you're looking for sold comps, please be fair. Be fair about your pricing. Of course, price it so that you're making a profit. I'm not trying to get rich off of this. I'm trying to make a profit. I don't want to price gouge. I don't want to come off as one of those types of people that's going to price gouge products. I want to be fair, and I want to keep the market within viable parameters. You know what I mean? The market will only bear what people are willing to pay for an item. Would you be willing to pay $10 for a pack of 16 wipes? No. But back at the beginning of the pandemic, a lot of people were. And people were charging that and making a lot of money off of people's needs. So, don't do that. Don't do that. That's bad for business. Very bad for business. So like I say, I decided not to list these. I'm going to hold on to these. I may give them away to a friend that probably needs them. I have a friend who's in the medical field. I'll probably mail those out to her because... just because. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next one.